I think I'm live. Let's see. So right now I'm going live on Facebook, YouTube, and one of my Facebook groups. So I want everybody get a second to hold on. Let me see. Hop on. It's been a while since I did a video here on my channel, on my page, but I've been working and building a lot of stuff behind the scenes. But I know that the Lord told me to come on today and encourage people. Hey, Sade, how's it going? I was just saying, I haven't done a video here, but Sade knows. Like, I've been building and I've been working and I've been grinding it out and doing this next thing that God has had me to do. But I know He's having me in a place right now where it's like, now I need you to encourage my people. I feel that it's prophetic because I heard the Lord say it, but it's also encouragement for people right now in this season. And that's why today's title, God says the breakdown leads to the breakthrough. Listen, I just got finished crying because I'm like, Lord, what is going down? Like, what is this? Like, you told me to do this. What is going on? Like, everything is breaking down. And let me know as you guys are coming on, who's watching. But you're in a season right now where it's just like, I know a lot of people, it's a season where you have to push through. But the Lord began to tell me, He said, this is the season where you have to break through to see the breakthrough. You have to break through to see the breakthrough. And so He's taught you the things already. You have the tools, you have the skills, you have the knowledge, you have the wisdom. You know what you need to do. But I took a walk the other day and I heard the Lord say, He said, I need you to go on today and tell my people this is a season where they have to break through to see a breakthrough. You've been trained, you've been prepared. So that's where we headed today. I know what I heard Him say. I'm gonna tell y'all what I've been going through. Like he told me to launch this challenge. He told me to do these things. He probably told you to do what He told you to do. He told you to step out. He told you to do everything He told you to do. But then it's just like this season is just a season where it's just like I just don't know what comes next, what to do next. And I'm like, all right, but I'm gonna tell y'all, I just had a breakthrough. I just saw what was on the side of me pushing through because the enemy is in a season right now where he wants you to give up on that thing that God told you to do. I just don't know where everybody else is. Let me know if you guys have been experiencing warfare. Whoever's watching right now. I just know that for me, it's almost in a place where it's just like whatever, everything that has been coming is to get you to get to a place where you give up. And I'm gonna pray before we get started. So, Father God, I come to you today. Decrease me, increase you. I pray right now that this is a word of encouragement for your people to not give up, that they keep pushing, that they keep going. I just know that this is a season of contending, pushing for what it is that you said, not giving up on what it is you told people to do. I literally see a battle and a war right now. And I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I was in prayer the other day and I was in prayer and it was like the Lord had me warring, He had me fighting, He had me battling, but then I came up against the devil and it was like my armor changed and I had this sword and I changed from my regular sword to like a 15-foot sword. And the Lord began to tell me, this is what I need you to help raise up warriors in this season. I need you to help raise up people who don't give up when the going gets tough. And this is where we are. Like, this is not the time to get to a place where a little bit of resistance comes and you give up. A little bit of warfare comes and you say, no, like God, I'm gonna lead you. I'm gonna tell you what He led me in the word today. In the word He led me today, He said, share this with them today. If you go to John 13:7, it says, Jesus replied, you do not realize what I'm doing, but later you will understand. And this is what He's doing right now. A lot of you probably looking around like, I don't know why all of this is happening. I don't know why my family is all over the place. I don't know why my kids are acting up. I don't know why what you told me to do is all over the place. Like right now, you may not know, but this is what He's doing. So what's breaking down in your life right now? If the breakdown leads to the breakthrough, what is it that's breaking down in your life right now? I don't know, but I just know that a lot of people, I posted this on my Facebook the other day, and a lot of people said, no, this is where I am right now. And I'm just here to tell people that if it's breaking down, that's when you know that God is on the other side of it. So I feel led, and maybe today is a day where it's prayer, praying for people who are in a place right now of transitioning from where you are right now to the next place. Because when I was in prayer, I heard the Lord say, I said, Lord, I need to get to the next place. Where are you taking me? Because right now, a lot of people, it's like you're in a transitional season right now. God is trying to take you from where you are right now and transitioning you to the next place, the next season, the next space. And so the enemy wants to do everything that he can to keep you where you are right now. What can he do to keep you from moving into this next door? Like, right now I'm seeing a transition that a lot of people are going from one place to the next. God is trying to lead you and guide you from where you are right now to the next place. And the enemy is like, if I can throw you off, if I can deter you from stepping. I literally see people stepping onto like a bus right now in this vision. And like people are like running, trying to catch the bus, but the bus is about to take off. It's like the enemy is coming with distractions to throw people off. Like he's trying to delay people. Because right now, a lot of people are getting on this bus in this vision. I'm not exactly there, but God is greater. Yeah, I'm seeing that the enemy is coming with distractions in this vision where God is ready for you to take off. God is ready for you to get to the next place. This transition, this next place, this next step that God is trying to get you to. I literally see people, and it's almost as if the person is like, they're not dressed. Oh, that's what it is. It's almost as if the enemy is trying to get you to the place so that when your time comes, when the appointed time comes from you, you won't be ready. You won't be prepared. Like, just imagine, we hear people talk about all the time, it's an open door season. It's an open door season. Okay, when the door opens up, will you be ready? When the door opens up, will you be prepared? That's what I'm seeing in this vision. I'm seeing that the devil is coming with look, this is what I'm seeing. I literally just had a dream about it this morning. I'm telling y'all, like, I don't have notes. The only thing I had is just two little things on this paper. I said, Lord, decrease me, increase you. What do you need me to say? I don't like, but what I'm seeing right now, I literally just had a dream about a bus this morning. I'm seeing that a lot of people, you in this place where God is like, let's go. Let's move. We got to get to a place where it is a stronger urge in us to step into all the things of God, get into the next place. Like for me, I'm going to tell y'all in a second, God told me to launch this no procrastination challenge. For those of you, I'm going to drop the link here because I'm going to look. I'm going to do it. I got another prophetic word coming next week that I'm heating up and cooking up. And I know it's going to help a lot of people. So I'm not going to tell you all the details for next week's prophetic word. But the Lord began to tell me, he said, I need you to go out. I need you to step out. I need you to go show people. I need you to go get people. I need you to go bring people in. I'm telling y'all right now, if God told you to do something, I know I say this a lot, but if God told you to do something, this is the time you better be like a wrangling, doing your job. I'm doing this, John. I allow the distractions to keep me from this first one. Listen, y'all, I got a dress on. Hold on. I'm trying to put my legs up. And I can't see it because that's Facebook. She said, I allowed the distractions to keep me from the first one. I am getting emotional because I know this is an open door season. That's why y'all, like for me, I'm posting this everywhere because I know there's people who need to come out of it. But I also know the warfare that's on this because I feel the warfare that's on this, on my entire ministry right now, on this entire challenge. I got things I went to go, and I'm going to give y'all an example of what warfare for me looks like. God tells me to go launch the challenge, go do it, right? I go in and I'm like, why am I'm not getting emails? Because if I don't have emails, I can't communicate with people. I can't let people know the next step. I can't let people know to go into the Facebook group. And I'm like, why am I not getting emails? I look into the settings, anonymous, something been checked in the system. Because the enemy is doing everything he can to keep people. If I know that God has told me that this is the thing that will help people get to a place, like I've been in that place where I know what God told me to do, but I just cannot get it done. I physically cannot do the work. I physically cannot get it done. And I'm telling y'all, I don't have that anymore. But whoever this is, Facebook user, I allowed the distractions to keep me off the first one. I'm telling you, you can't let the distractions throw y'all. And I made a YouTube video about this last week. Didn't even know I was going to say this today. But this is where we are right now. Because in this open door season, this season of transition, this season of next level, this season where God is raising people up like never before, the distractions, it's a thing of the past. We got to get to a place where we push through the distractions. And this is why I've been talking about this challenge so much, because the challenge shows you exactly what you got to do to push through the distractions, to be able to get the stuff done. I'm super passionate because I know that it's the answer that a lot of people are looking for. And so in this season, don't be one of the people on the bus trying to figure out I woke up late. That's what it is. Just imagine, you got to take a test, but you wake up late and you're trying to hurry up and you're trying to get prepared. God does not want that for us in this season. I'm seeing right now people, it's like God has been calling a lot of people to wake up in the morning. And I see people like like groggy getting out of bed, like not being able to get out of bed, not being able to get to him. Like it's just like this, it's not laziness, but it's like a slow pace. Like you've just been you're not being able to move, you're not being able to go. It's just like I see this person like a zombie just moving through the house. Let me know if it's you. It's just like a slowness or like a snail's pace that somebody is moving in right now. So God, I just pray over your people. If there is anything, any spirit, slumber spirit, whatever it is that's making your people get to a place where they are not able to get up, because I'm telling y'all right now, this is a season of seeking God. That's what this is. What I'm seeing right now is that God has been calling people to seek him. God has been saying, come to me. God has been saying, get into my presence. God has been saying, I need to get this to you. I'm sleepy today. God woke me up at 2 o'clock in the morning because it was so much that he had to get to me today. I'm so tired because I've been up since 2 o'clock in the morning. But at the end of the day, this is the season that many people are in. Are you allowing yourself to get the instructions and the strategy and the plans and to give God the areas that you need to give him? You confused, you lost, you don't know what to do next. Have you been giving that to him? You don't know which step to take next. Have you been giving that to him? This is the season that we're in right now. I'm telling y'all. And it is so important. And again, it's appealing all the time. But I just know, I can feel in my bones. Anybody else can feel when something is shifting, or feel when something is changing, or feel when God is about to move some things? Like that's what I'm feeling right now. What else is it, Lord? It's almost like in this vision right now, it's like people are in a theater, but it's like people are coming up on the screen. Like it's almost as if God is raising people up and about to, I don't know, announce them or like put them out there so that more people can see them. And it's more than likely people who have been hidden for some times. If you're somebody where you know you've been in God's presence, you've been seeking him like never before, you've been going after him like never before, like I feel like a lot of people, you're about to be presented almost. It's like it's a whole auditorium and people are on the stage, and it's like he's taking these clips and showing different people. This is the season where the hidden people who God did not put out yet, people are about to see them. But this is where it's like you have to be the person who comes out. How can people find you, locate you, know what God placed inside of you, hear you, see what God has said and done in your life if you're not out there? It's almost like people are being put on a stage, put on the TV, put out in the open right now. How can you be put out in the open if you don't show up, if you're not out there, if you're not posting, if you're not doing it? And it's like, even in this audience, it's like Jesus is walking around, he's like laying hands on people and healing. I feel like this is also a season of healing right now, where he's doing some deep healing in people, like the last little debris and things that people you haven't been able to step out of, or you haven't been able to heal from, or you feel like you've been stuck in that area. Like I feel like a lot of deep healing is happening in this season to be able to be on that stage or be on that platform. Because a lot of people think that like we're not even gonna get into that. I also see a lot of connections coming in this season too. A lot of people have been feeling alone, or you feel like you haven't had people around you, but I see people being connected, like destiny partners, things like that too. So when we talk about the breakdown leading to the breakthrough, when everything is going wrong, like he said, it's just, you got to get to a place where it allows you to keep going. I mean, I could have been like, man, God, this thing is not working. I don't know what it is, but it was almost as if when I continue to give him everything, when I continue to say, I don't know what's going on, like the more I gave him, the more I put it in his hand, the more I allowed him to just work on it. It was like everything started to show up. So I'm just going to pray, because I know the Lord has been using me a lot in prayer right now. So Father God, I just come to you today. I pray over your people who are watching this right now or who will watch it later. I pray for clarity over your people. Clarity like never before. I pray that they begin to have the answers to the questions that they have not had. I know this is a season like never before for a lot of people. I literally see people sitting down on the computer, like typing it out in Google, like, how do I do X, Y, Z? I pray that all of the questions that your people have, or that they take to Google, or they take and searching and looking everywhere else, that they begin to give it to you. that you become their Google, Lord. That you begin to show them exactly what they need to hear and what they need to do. Divine strategy and instructions is what I'm praying for your people in this season. I pray for power over your people. I'm hearing like power. That people begin to have the power to know they can show up and be who you call them to be. Insight. I even see people who are gifted, like with gifts. I don't know. I see somebody with music or being able to play a keyboard or something. Pray that the gifts and talents that have been hidden for such a time, you begin to uncover them. You bring them back to the surface. Things that they didn't even know or things that they liked in childhood. But you are also improving and increasing their gifts in this hour as well. I saw, and this is on next week's prophetic word, but I don't want to tell it. But I've seen people rise up with so much glory, y'all. And I feel that we are about to see such a supernatural move like we have never seen before. And I feel like that's why my heart is in a place right now of like letting people know that even though things may be going all over the place, you don't know what to do. Like I saw people rising up with so much glory. I mean, it was just people were lights. And we're about to step into it. I don't know how many people feel it. I don't know how many people know it. But I literally see and saw people where God's glory was just on them so much. But this is why the distractions are coming. This is why the enemy is trying to throw people off. The things that I see, y'all, I never know how, and this is my struggle. I never know how much to tell of what I see. If people will get it, if people understand what I see. But this season, this is the season where you're about to see, you know how like, I don't want to say it, but like, you know how people like, I don't want to say it's religious, but it's just like, I don't know. Like, we're just going to see real power. We're going to see the people with real power. We're going to see the people who really have been in God's presence. And a lot of you, God is already saying that you already won. Like, you have, and this is what I'm hearing right now. A lot of times we get to a place where we get so frustrated and we're just like, I don't know what to do. And I don't know what to do. I literally see people just putting it in his hands. Like if you get to a place where you don't know what to do, putting it in his hands. Like I just see people's hands, like taking the situation and putting it in his hands. It's almost as if the weight and the heaviness of not knowing what to do for a lot of people is what's slowing a lot of people down. And I just see people like with hands out, putting it in his hands. Okay. Yeah, Sade. Because I'd be like, I don't even want to go too far. But I feel like you're one of those people, Sade. Because I know for you, it's almost as if it's like you are like this fire. Like you ever look up fire anointing? You're someone with a fire anointing. Like when you speak, you're going to be, and when I talk about this glory and this power that hits, like when you speak, it's just like the breaking that will happen in people. Like a lot of people, you think it, even with healing and deliverance, you think healing and deliverance take that long. It don't take that long. You think that you got to demon come out all day. Jesus said, demon come out, and the demons left. Like this is what a lot of people are about to step into, where somebody can come up to you and then you be able to speak a thing, say a thing, and then they're broken, they're free. This is what the Lord began to tell me. He said, even as you continue to do this challenge, you're gonna be able to just do some things, and people are gonna be free. You're gonna be a deliverer. You're gonna be able to speak a thing, and people are gonna have freedom, be able to do some things that they've never been able to do before. They're gonna be healed like they've never been healed before. I don't know if the kingdom knows what God is trying to do, but I'm telling y'all, we are about to see things like never before, like what never before. Even for you, Regina, being able to heal people, like healing. You should be able to speak a couple words and people are healed. That's power. That's the power God wants us to have. But you want to know what? That's why the enemy is coming with distractions. Because if he can distract you from getting to God, if he can distract you from seeking God, if he can distract you from staying in God's presence, you will never get to that place of power. You will never get to that place of authority. Y'all get what I'm saying? This is why we got the breakdown, Lisa, the breakthrough. But I hear God talking about these distractions. Of course, the devil is going to come with distractions to keep you from God, to keep you from getting to that place of knowing who you are, knowing the power you have, knowing the authority you carry. Because when you find that out, it's over. Over. So this is the season we gotta push the distractions, Lord. We bind up every single distraction that has been infiltrating your people's lives. Anything that has been hindering them and stopping them from being able to get to you, to seek you, to pray, to worship, to get in the word, whatever way that they use to communicate with you, we bind it up, cast it to the pits of hell where it belongs, cast it into the abyss. We lose divine focus. Y'all, I just feel it's in this distraction right now. I'm telling y'all, it's right in this distraction. I literally can feel right here. I've been slow logging this week. So much warfare on the vids. I've missed most of my time with him this week. Definitely not dining, doing it out the rest in him this week. This is what I'm talking about. And I said, Regina, I said this one. I said, I see somebody just moving so slow. Somebody it's just like they wake up and it's just slow. I just want people to know that the key to everything is the time with God. Please hear me. The key to everything that you are looking for in life. You want to know your purpose? It's your time with God and your relationship with God. You want to know how to launch your ministry and your business? It's your time relationship with God. You want to know how to heal from your past and all these things? It's your relationship with God. And I feel like we're in this place right now where it's just like we just got to get to a place where it's just by any means necessary. By any means necessary, I need to get to God. By any means necessary, I need to get into his presence. By any means necessary, I need to seek him like never before. It has to become a by any means necessary, especially if you have a ministry. Especially if God has called you to ministry. By any means necessary with ministry, you leading people. A lot of what God gives to you is what's flowing to your people who you're called to lead. I literally see people so wrapped up, tied up in distractions right now. It's almost like, like what is it? Like it's a home invasion where it's like people are like wrapped up. Like that's what distractions, that's how distractions have people right now in this season. Like so tied up and bound. And I didn't see any of this before. I'm just, he told me to come on and talk about the breakdown leads to the breakthrough. But maybe in this season, this is where you got to get to a place where it's like you got to get so uncomfortable with where you are right now. If you know you haven't been able to wake up in the morning, like it's not going to change until you get uncomfortable and like, I'm tired of this. You have to get tired of it. So Lord, I pray right now, he's showing me right now. I'm praying right now that we send down fire from heaven to burn down any chains that have been slowing your people down. Anything that has been weighing them down or keeping them stuck or bound right now, we send down fire from heaven to burn it out of them right now. Burn it off of them right now. I literally see people's hands being made free. Like you've been stuck in this place and you haven't been able to move, but I see people's hands being like loosened or opened up, like you're able to go and do what it is that you need to do. Like running to Jesus. So for a lot of you, yes, it is warfare. It's the enemy trying to keep you away from God. But knowing that, what did he tell us in the word? He said, I don't know my password. You do not realize now what I'm doing, but later you will understand. So for whatever you're going through right now, it's a part of the journey, it's a part of the plan. I'm just seeing so many visions right now, y'all. Like I haven't been on Facebook in a while, but I'm just seeing a whole bunch of stuff popping up. So my stuff is just like, I can't even keep up with it right now. And I literally see after coming out of the chains and the fire coming off of people, I see people running to Jesus right now. And it's like people are sitting down. He's like writing out a map, writing out the plan, giving you the strategy. I just feel like right now there's so much strategy and plans and instructions that God is trying to get to people. That this is why the enemy is coming at people, trying to keep people away from God, because God is trying to get so much to people in this hour. So for you, Regina, like if you know you haven't been able to get to him, that's why. Because the devil knows, like, if I can keep her away from him, She won't get the clarity. She won't get the rest. She won't get the peace. She won't have the joy. She won't be able to do the things. Like, again, easier said than done. But this is what I'm seeing right now. Any means necessary in this season. I literally see you like there's like a power that's even coming through you, Regina. It's like you are like evolving into this lion. And you know, I say this all the time. Anybody who has like that timid is the opposite in the spirit, but I see like a lion coming out of you. You know, sometimes people will say eagle or whatever, but there is a lion in you that I see coming out, or a lioness. It's like this lioness just came out of you. And it's like you, instead of being afraid and running from the warfare, like you're running towards it in this vision. Do you ever do like, do you ever write your prayers? Do you ever write out? I see you like with written prayers, like writing out prayers or something, or like making it more strategic where you are writing it out, so that it's like more deadly type of thing. But I see you writing your prayers out. Have you ever done that before? I know you talk about journaling, but I see you writing prayers. And these prayers may even be a book later on, but I see you writing out prayers and praying them back to him. Or maybe that was what helped you. I texted myself and in my journal, but I stopped. See, that's what and you said you stopped. That is more than likely what I'm seeing, because I see you like with it written, and maybe that's what you have to get back to. Because sometimes when we get thrown off and we're not in place and we don't know what we're supposed to do, you just got to go back to doing what you were already doing. So if you were already texting it to yourself and writing it in your journal, but you stopped, and that's just you getting back to doing what you were already doing. So that's what I'm seeing. I see. And now I just see people like in line, like getting back in position. That's what I'm seeing now. Like whatever I just said, I don't know what I just said, but what we talked about is what will get people back into position. Because think about it. If you're not praying, if you're not seeking God, if you're not spending time in his presence, if you're not able to hear directions and instructions, are you really in position? Are you really doing? I look at it this way. If it's daily bread, if I'm supposed to seek God every day, if he's giving me something new every day, if I'm handing him my cares and my hurt and my anxieties every day, then if I'm missing multiple days, this is how I see it. I say, I'm missing so much right now. If God is speaking to me every day, speaking to you every day, you go on and you spending time with him to get clarity or whatever it is. If you're going 7 days without seeking him, you're missing a lot of information, right? You're missing out on a lot of things he's trying to get to you. And so that's how I see it. For me, it's like, hold on. I'm missing some stuff. I'm missing some pieces. See, woman of faith. Is that key? I always get your name wrong. I'm pretty sure it's you. But that's how I see it. It's like he's trying to get the information to you, but it's missing some pieces. It's missing some steps. So now in the vision, I see people lining up. And it's like people are back in position. People are back in place. People are back where they need to be. It's almost like an amusement line. So in this season, like I said, you can't let the breakdown. Okay, girl. Yeah, I say it's key. I know you. I know who you are. You can't let the breakdown. You can't let, this is the season of pushing through. Let me say, this is the season where you have to break through to see the breakthrough. You have to break through to see the breakthrough. You got to push through whatever it is you're up against. You got to push through not being able to get up. You got to push through whatever going on in your life. You got to push through the warfare. You got to push through all these things. If you want to see the breakthrough, you got to break through. So I'm gonna drop the link for the challenge. If you guys have not joined, we have a 5-day no procrastination challenge. Again, it is the breakthrough. It's helping you break through. It's helping you get to that place. And the Lord began to tell me, like, what is it? The no procrastination challenge is for the people who are, you need to get things done. You need, like, it's teaching you how to break through. You need to get things done. You need to work on your book. You need to work on your ministry. You need to work on your whatever. But at the end of the day, it's teaching people how to break free from procrastination and get things done. Like, we're working on the things. That's the goal. If you know you want to break free and you feel that barrier and that resistance that I'll be talking about, like, you know that wall is there, you know that barrier is there, and you want to know how to get past it. I'm telling y'all, the Lord told me, he said, people don't get it and people don't know, but I need you to tell them. I need you to go out. I need you to tell people. And it's just like what God has called us to do. Like when you think about Jesus, he went around in the streets. He let people know. He spread the gospel. That's our job. That's our role. And the Lord began to tell me, he said, no, I need you. This is the part of the gospel I need you to share. I need you to go tell people that they can have freedom. They can break free. They can get things done. So the question may be, are you spreading what God told you to spread? Are you giving people what God has told you to give them? Because people don't know unless you talk about it. People don't know unless you put it out there. People don't know until you spread that gospel and spread that good news. Think about it. So Father God, we come to you today. I got to go get Gabriel. Come to you today. I pray that your people start to get back into position, back to where they need to be, back in line. Anyone who's been distracted by the enemy in this season, in this hour, I pray that this encourages them to get back into that place, get back to the secret place, get back to the ministry, get back to the business, get back to getting things done. This is the season of getting back to whatever it is that they need to get back to. I pray that they begin to have breakthrough like never before in their life. As you begin to show them what it is, what's the strategy and the plan, so that they are able to break through the resistance that they are facing right now. I'm seeing in this vision, people are like breaking out of like some plastic, like ripping out of some stuff. I can breathe now, so I think like it's good. And it's almost like as people are breaking out, they're like a new version of themselves. See, this is bigger than just a transition, y'all. This is like people are breaking out of this, and it's like a new version of them is coming out of it. So wherever you are right now, like what the breakdown or whatever you're facing right now is purposely in place to birth this new version of you that needs to be birthed in order for you to step into that next place. We talked about transition in the beginning, but there's a birthing of you, a new version of you that is happening. And this is why he has you going through what you're going through right now, because it's a birthing of you in this next season to get to that next place he's trying to take you. So y'all, in Jesus' name we pray, amen. You know I'm talking to you. You know you're struggling. You know you haven't been able to get things done. Join the No Procrastination Challenge. It's life-changing. Go on there. You can watch the videos. Everybody else, like, I'm just putting it out there. But I just want people to know, like, this season, this is a birthing season. We're not birthing the things. It's birthing of you. It's like not even a rebirth. Like that person that you have to become to get to that next place is what's happening right now for a lot of people. It's felt, look, I mean, I can feel what God is doing for a lot of people in this season, but that's it right there. And that's why he had me to call it the breakdown leads to the breakthrough. Because sometimes even when you're in a place of breaking down, imagine I'm crying and I'm just like, like I'm stripping off things so that he can rebirth it, so he can build it back up. That's what I'm seeing right now. A lot of people, you are being rebirthed in this season. And that's why you feel like things are all over the place and things are all crazy. Because there's a birthing of you in this season. That's crazy. I really see that for a lot of people. So be okay with the change. Be okay with the shift. Be okay with the strip away. Be okay with him removing the things. Be okay with whatever goes with that rebirth of you. It's not just about birthing things in this season. Because you have to become that version to be able to step into this next place that he's trying to take you. That's the open door that I saw. That's the transition. It's a birthing of you. All right, so I got to get Gabriel. Be okay with the transition. Be okay with the shift. Be okay with the new you. So next week, I'm still writing this one, but I know this one is to help people where he's taking people. Oh, next week is about the rebirth. That's crazy. All right, well, look, and I'm gonna tell y'all, the funny thing about it is that, you know, I've been studying like apostolic ministries because that's what God has called me to. Is Journey to the Kingdom is an apostolic ministry. And he began to tell me like apostolic ministries are ministries of warfare. And I would always think like, why is everything I talk about all about warfare? Like everything I talk about is about war, is about battle. But he began to have me read books and go deeper into the apostolic. And it was basically saying, like, no, it's a ministry where you definitely prepare my people. You prepare God's people for intense spiritual warfare, on what it takes to be a battle warrior, to be able to push through. And I would always be like, why does everything go back to this? Why is my brain wired like this? Like, that's the point. It's about teaching people, what is it? What are we pushing through? The kingdom suffers violence, and the violence taken by force. That's warfare. That's picking yourself back up. And that's why it's heavy on get back up, keep pushing, keep going. This is a battle. This is a war. Because there's an apostolic ministry. And I never realized that until recently, because, there's a whole bunch of things that he asked me to do. But it specializes in warfare, specializes in battle. This is why a lot of my visions are, I see what the devil is doing. I see his schemes. I see his plots. I see his plans. And so God shows me purposely, what is the devil doing? What is he doing to my people right now? What's going on? Me to get used to it. Yes, Key. Like, if you are called to an apostle or apostolic ministry or anything like that, I know people talk about the prophetic a lot, but if you call with an apostolic ministry, you're going to feel it 10 times worse. You're going to see it 10 times worse. You're going to know it, because of course it's going to hit the person who's called to warfare. No problem, Key. I don't know why we're here, but you will feel it and you will see it, but you have to also understand that that's part of the game. Like, that's what he's called you to. That's the apostolic. It's warfare. It's battle. It's getting back up. Imagine you were in war, and I say this all the time, but the enemy is coming at you. Are you just going to get scared? Like, no, you're going to get back up and you're going to say, okay, that you got me that time, but I'm going to get back up. That was a good one, but I'm going to get back up. You don't just crumble. You have to be prepared and ready for offense. Take it by force. Exactly. And that's, y'all, I used to always be like, why is it? Why do I always talk about war? Why do I always talk about battle? But I saw it. When I saw that vision of me and I had this 15-foot sword, I said, oh, okay, I get it now. My sword changed. My armor changed. I said, I get it now. So just know, I don't know if he's shifting some things. I'm going to tell y'all this. I don't want to do it, but he told me I have to do power nights once a month, where kind of like what y'all saw in the challenge. If you were in the challenge, I have to do power nights once a month, where it's really just praying and breaking through resistance and whatever people are dealing with. So I'm getting prepared for that. But I think that that's something that will help a lot of people, however it plays out. So just know, it's not a game. My daughter said this about a dream she interpreted herself. Which part, Key? Said this. I see said this. But I'm telling y'all, like, you are called to it, just know, like, and even if you're not, just knowing that it's a war, it's a battle we're fighting. Like, you can't just let the devil overtake you. You can't just let him overrun you. You can't just allow the breakdown to just throw you completely off track. You gotta keep getting back up. Getting back up constantly. Okay, look, you definitely supposed to be here. I just know I heard him tell me to come on today. He didn't tell me to write anything down. I said, Lord, put the words in my mouth. And I want people to know, even here on Facebook is different from Clubhouse. Like, Facebook is more prophetic of what it is. What am I seeing? What is the Lord saying? What is he showing me? It's not as much as a teaching, but it's more so like what's happening right now in the headlines in heaven type of thing. What is he saying and what's going on? And that's where I was seeing the distractions and everything. It's to get back up constantly, I'm telling y'all, but we shall see. But like I said, the link is there. I'll drop it one more time. Hopefully it's going, because I know for me, even in this challenge is heavy warfare. It's heavy battle. It's heavy pushing through. It's heavy equipping. It's heavy getting back up. So if you haven't registered, click the link to register. I'm excited, you guys. I just know in my heart of what God's people need. Like, I just know it's necessary, and I know that I'm super passionate about it because I know it's the key that will help people. Like, it's the thing that will help people break free. It's the thing that will help people get to the next place. Because I've been there before, procrastinating, not knowing what to do, not knowing how to get back up. But then when the Lord began to tell me, do X, Y, Z to get back up, I'm like, I got it. So this is where we are in this season. don't even know if I can pin it on anything, but I'm excited. I'm excited for what God is doing. I'm excited for what's to come. For you, Key, get back up. Really knowing that God has given you, if He has led you to it, that you have the power to get back up. She said, "Don't let your bus leave without you." Look, I don't know. I've never felt like this about anything. Like I just know. I don't know. I don't know, but I just know. And I know also God is really showing me or using me to show people what that looks like. Like I just know my heart is just like, if more people could break through, then the kingdom can advance. If more people can get things done, then we'll have more books, we'll have more ministries, we'll have more businesses out there. Because if everybody is distracted and scared and afraid, what are we doing? But my heart knows, like, that's the thing. All right, y'all. I gotta look at Gabriel. It's 3:18. We'll be back next week here on Facebook. Next week is about, I forgot. I wrote it down. But we'll be back next week. Have a great day.